from CarolineVencil.com, and I am here today to talk to you all about all things blogging. If you have any questions or need any help, there are freebies and templates in the description below. Feel free to check those out, and let's get into this video. How do successful bloggers make money from their sites? Like, what are the most popular ways to make money as a blogger? So how do bloggers make money? This is one of those cool things about being a blogger that there are so many different ways to make money. And if you ask a room full of bloggers, like what percentage of their income comes from different sources, you're going to get tons of different answers. Everybody has a different answer based on their own monetization strategy. Some people rely very, very heavily on ad revenue, which comes from getting more traffic. You can do this through SEO is the best one. You could do this through Pinterest as well. There are some people who are still getting really good traffic from Pinterest, but right now the primary focus is SEO. I do recommend doing SEO for your blogs, and we'll talk more about that at a different point in time. SEO strategies, because I do think that that is an important conversation to have, but I want to have an expert to kind of come and talk with us about that. But that's besides the point. So on-site ad revenue. So basically CPM or RPM is like the metric that's used to kind of figure out how much money you're going to be making per 1,000 page views on your site. So I'm with AdThrive. AdThrive is one of the higher tier of ad networks that you can use. There's Mediavine, there's Google AdSense, there are a few other ones, but I can't remember them off the top of my head right now. Monumetric is another one. And Google AdSense is the one that everybody can get right when they first start. There are a few, like, you have to make sure that you qualify to get AdSense on your site, which is another question that we're going to answer later. But AdSense is one. You're going to see like your CPM or RPM from AdSense being like $1. So for every 1,000 page views you get, you earn $1, which is really low. But hey, you're making money from the internet. So that's pretty exciting. So let's never poo-poo that. So ad revenue is a really passive way to do it. The goal there is to get traffic. That's the ultimate goal. If you're relying on ad revenue, I don't recommend just relying on ad revenue now. This is a big part. Like when I first started my blog, I only wanted to do ad revenue. Do not recommend that. Like you have to kind of add on multiple streams of income, which we'll talk about more below. But this is kind of the first step in how do bloggers make money? On-site ad revenue. And there are some people who choose not to have ads on their site to increase the user experience. That's totally fine. This is like this is an up to you kind of thing when it comes to how you choose to monetize your site. There's no right or wrong answer to this. I'm just saying these are the most popular options. So that's number one. Number two is one of my favorites, which is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. Oh boy. I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face because I just love affiliates. Affiliates is basically like sales. It's the best way that I can put it. But even I who hate selling, like I have said, you guys have heard me say this. I grew up with the I couldn't sell Girl Scout cookies as a cute little Girl Scout because I hated selling so much. So affiliate marketing is really an easy thing because you're inside of these posts that are bringing traffic to your site. From number one, you're also talking about things that make your life easier. So for example, I was just going through and optimizing a post last week about cash envelopes on my website. So inside of that post, I'm like, well, I use a planner. So of course I'm going to mention that planner and I'm going to link back to it for an affiliate link with an affiliate link. And from that link, I'm going to earn a percentage of a commission. Now, there's a lot of different things that you can do with affiliate marketing. You can do Amazon, you can do other businesses, you can do other bloggers, you can do things from affiliate networks, which is like Share a Sale or CJ, Commission Junction. I never get this one right. Aragon, not Agathon, Aragon. There's a lot of different options when it comes to affiliate marketing, but having these two where you're able to get traffic to your site and then also have affiliate revenue coming from those same kinds of SEO'd, search engine optimized posts that's where kind of like the big win comes in. Next, woo, trying to cover these guys up here at the bottom, is so we have people making money from ads, we have people making money from the sale of other people's products, and now they have the sale of their own products. Man, my handwriting looks terrible. Sorry, guys. Sale of their own products, which includes having a shop. This is one of those things where it really does help if you have an email list. If you want to add selling your own products as a way to make money as a part of your big income strategy, this comes back to growing your email list. The top two can be done just organically from posts on your blog. So if you write a blog post, people will find it from Google, they'll click an affiliate link, you earn a commission. This is really passive, kind of like you write it and it's done. When you talk about like the sale of your own products, a lot of times we have to not necessarily like convince people, but we have to grow and build that know, like, and trust factor with them. And it's a lot easier to build that kind of a relationship through email instead of through, a blog post, which is a little bit more difficult, especially if you're talking about like a product that is over $20. It's more difficult to convince somebody who's just shown up to your site to buy a product from you if they don't know who you are. So if you want to use sale of your own products as an income stream, which I do totally recommend because I love that stuff, building an email list is a really good strategy as well. So the first two are very, very passive or can be very passive. You can link directly to your shop on your website. There's nothing wrong with doing that either. It's just you'll see a higher conversion rate when you grow an email list if you want to also be selling your own products. You can also, by the way, if you're talking about growing an email list, affiliate marketing is really awesome when you're growing an email list because then you can promote your affiliates to them through emails as well. So obviously, I love that. Oop, running out of space here. Hang it. And there we go. Okay. I guess technically 5 is like basically almost the same. So I'll just show it to you because I'm running out of space and I can't hold it because I've got little hands. Okay, number 4 is sponsored work. We're talking about sponsored blog posts, sponsored YouTube videos, sponsored social media posts, or even sponsored emails. These are things where you're working with a brand or a company or another website, and they're saying, hey, we like you. You have a pretty big audience. You have a lot of traffic to your website. You have a lot of followers on Instagram. You have a large email list. We, big company A, would like to leverage that and pay you for it so that you can tell your people about how awesome our product is. So you as a blogger, do you have to do sponsored stuff? No. Do I know a lot of people? Ow, sorry, I smashed my yellow on my desk. Sponsored content. I know a lot of people who are making and I'm not exaggerating here, hundreds of thousands of dollars because they have large platforms, because they have large audiences just from their sponsored content alone. And it's worth mentioning that large audiences, I actually did an interview with Jenny Melrose about the concept of leveraging your audience for sponsored content, for sponsored work as a blogger. And one of her whole things was it's not necessarily about how many people are inside of your audience, how many people are showing up on your social media. It's how well do you know them, how well you engage with them, how much they engage with you. So if this is one of those things when you see like a sponsored content of any kind and your brain immediately goes to like, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that because I only have X number of people on my list or X number of page views per month or X number of followers on Instagram, whatever it is. That's not exactly what the problem is. This is where pitching yourself is a really important thing. Don't just sit back and wait for sponsored work to come in. And it's also worth mentioning when you're first starting out, the people who are going to be reaching out to you for sponsored stuff, you do not have to say yes to everything. Number 1. Number 2, don't do anything for free because you can't pay your bills with a free product. You can't pay your bills with a gift basket that they send you or with a sample of washcloths that they send you, which I literally did a post on that one time because they sent me washcloths. Yep. I wish that I was joking, but I'm not. do as I say and not as I have done in the past. So always get compensated. Your work and your time and your energy, it's all valuable. Your audience is valuable. I have a friend who did a sponsored email blast. And she said that the number of people who complained, so what that basically means is the company will send you an email to just send to your audience. And it's not, then you can customize it sometimes, but the way that hers worked out was it was just like a copy and paste. They wrote it and she had to send it to her people. She made a lot of money from it, but at the same time, it really did break a lot of trust with her audience. They felt like this was like okay, so what, I don't know this company, did someone hack your email? That was kind of like the responses that she got, was that they, as the readers on her list, felt kind of used. They felt like it was disingenuous. They just didn't like the whole thing. And so, yeah, it's worth just kind of being wary. Make sure that any kind of work that you do that's with sponsors or with affiliate marketing, any kind of work that you do recommending other brands, make sure that they're actually brands that you would use, that you would recommend to your mom, your best friend, your sister, whoever it is. Just make sure that it's worth it. Make sure that it makes sense as well. I have my blog about personal finance. If I literally started posting about how like getting into more debt to work with a debt consolidation firm was good, everybody would be like, what's happening? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't align with the values that I talk about. It doesn't align with the things that I teach my people. So I'm always kind of like really, really guarded when it comes to sponsored work, even with affiliates. Like I don't just promote affiliates just for the heck of it. Like I have to make sure that this is something that everybody's going to benefit from, that it aligns with my business, and that I'm not just doing it for a quick buck. And no, exposure does not keep a roof over my head. Exactly. Like this is not, never do sponsored work for free and never do it for exposure. And I have a friend who worked with, or who got reached out to, I think it was by like a big name brand. And they were like, well, we can't really afford to pay you. And she sent them their like profit and loss, or like their not their profit and loss, but it was basically like their last year's revenue. And she's like, you guys netted like $22 billion last year. I think you can afford to pay me to come and talk to your people. Like so that's something that you need to be aware of. And then number 5 was kind of like a smaller throw in, because I did hear some people who have talked about this. A lot of people who don't want to do on-site ads have deals with other brands or other companies where they have exclusivity deals on their ads spots on their website. So instead of having, like, you've been on websites, mine's the same way. Like, there's nothing wrong with ads. I love people who get ad revenue. But you've been on sites where it's like ads all over the place, and there's somewhere the only places that their ads are, there's one at the top and then there's one at the bottom, and like that's it. And so you could kind of negotiate with different brands or different companies, like, I have these 2 ad spaces, and each space, like the top one's going to be more money, but if you have less money in your budget, we could do it at the bottom, and each spot is $200 a month. The bottom one is $50 because it's smaller and it's less exposure, blah, blah, blah. But you could do that. That's another way that people could earn money. And there's like really no limits as far as how you can choose to earn. I mean, there's so many different ways, but these are just the big ways as far as bloggers go. Now, obviously, there's tons of different options. You could go off of building a YouTube channel as part of your blog funnel, and you could get ad revenue from that way. You could be working on growing your TikTok, and you could join the creator fund, which you probably shouldn't do, but that's besides the point. And you could be earning money from that way. You could do Facebook ads and get money through your funnel and go directly into selling your own products that way. That's just one of those things where it's like, this is all up to you. It all comes back to, what is it that you want to do? I've talked with a lot of people who are like, the whole concept of having a large community where they need to be present constantly is overwhelming for them, and they don't want to do it. So they stick with ad revenue, they stick with affiliate marketing, and they focus on those two kind of major ways of making money. They might have a shop, but it's primarily through affiliate revenue and on-site ads that they will be earning money from their blogs. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are some people who say, I will never have ads on my site. That's totally fine. And then they rely solely on affiliate marketing and the sale of their own products and sponsored stuff as a way to earn more. There's no right or wrong answer. It all comes back to you and your preference and the way that you want your blog to move, the way that you want your life to look. Pick around, play around with the different options, and have fun with it. And yeah, if you are doing any kind of sponsored work, make sure that it is in your voice and that you are protecting that relationship with your people. Because the last thing that anybody wants to do is align with like a brand that is just not a good fit and you hurt your relationship with your readers. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have that happen. So always be careful with whatever you choose and definitely diversify. Don't just do ad revenue, do ad revenue and. Don't just do affiliate marketing for one product. Take it from me. I had so many people who I was an affiliate for. They shut down their affiliate programs after 2020. And it was like, what just happened? It was upsetting. It was upsetting. So diversify, have fun with it, and figure out what it is that you want your business to look like before you like throw all of your eggs in one basket of how to monetize your blog. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more information on all things blogging, Canva, templates, graphic design, funnels, all that fun stuff. Make sure that you check out the stuff inside of the description for more freebies, templates, more things that you can sign up for to help you on all things inside of your blogging journey. And I will see you guys next time.